Hey Grandview staff, this is Adam. I'm going to be teaching you about the GolfNow system that we have newly installed into the shop. This system is a little different than the old system that you're used to, so I'm going to go step by step to make things easier for you. So first off, we're going to go simple. You have to open up Firefox. If you use Chrome or Explorer, our receipt printer will not be able to work. So make sure you are clicking on the Firefox emblem down here. So you click on that. The first thing that loads up is the screen for the GolfNow. I made it accessible so you don't have to go through all the steps to get it up and running. So first thing you'll do is you'll go to account name. Now the account name is PA Grandview. It states it right here. You can press the down arrow to get it accessible really easily. Then you go to your username. Username is typically your last name. You can press the down arrow, and we do have most of them saved into the system. I'll go to mine, Klingensmith. And then Tom, before you start to work, will give you your password for you to remember. So I'll type mine in now, and it'll get you in. So first thing you do when you get in is you'll see the tee sheet. Tee sheet gives you all the specifics about the day, the rounds available, the rounds booked. You'll see if you're busy or not that day. You'll also see the daily forecast for the day. Like today is 60% of snow showers. It's currently 35 degrees with a high of 40, low of 24 degrees, so it's not particularly nice today, with a wind factor of 4 miles per hour. So you can even tell the guys out there, even if you're not outside, hey, it's pretty windy out there today. You don't even know it. So looking at it now, you can look at all the tee times available. Tom will be able to block tee times if we're not able to use them. We can, on the sides here, it tells the daily prices of the times. So for example, on the side here, it says $31.67. That's about $35 for our weekend rate. If you click onto a weekday rate, it will say on the side at $23.82, which is $25 with tax. So it will automatically tell you the rates. You can click on today to go straight back to the date of the time. So let's start doing some tee times now, where I'll be the tee time, and I'm calling in for just myself. So tee time Adam Klingensmith. I click on the name, I press add, it's simple. It goes right into the tee sheet. You see my name here. It shows that I have not paid. You can also go in and just as simply put my name at player 4, Adam Klingensmith. You click on my name, you click down the row, it fills it in for 4 players instead of just 1. You modify or add depending on if you're changing a tee time, or if you're changing, like say you're going from 4 to 3 players or 3 to 2 players. You want to modify the change. When adding is when you're new to the tee time and you're adding it into the system. So say we're adding someone to the tee sheet that we don't know at all. He gives us a call. His name's Jim Bob. Well, guess what? Jim Bob's not in our system. You're not going to get any matching names at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to add him as a customer. So we're going to add Jim Bob. You're going to look at his name, make a little fix, and you're going to ask him politely, do you have an email we can get for you? This will automatically give you your tee time over the email and confirm it for you, and give them a reason to give us an email. We like to give our promotions this way, so we want to get the emails off of our members, customers, players. Also, we would like a phone number if we can. You never know when something bad's going to happen, incidental purposes. If you don't have time to get either of them, go ahead and just type in something, but do the best you can to fill out whatever you can out of this. There's no need to go for the birthdays or credit card information. We don't know how many times they're going to come play. But then all you have to do is save the player and add them into the system. At that point, you can just start typing in their name and they should start popping up. If I'm looking here and somebody calls in for only 3 players, Tom Anders, I can find Tom's name immediately right there. Now you can put only a partial name and it should pop up the players' names. You'll get all types of different names down the list. You just have to find the right one that matches. Tom's right there. It added the 3. And then from there, you can change the pricing per player. So say Tom tells you one of his guests has a promo card. You can click here, scroll up, and you can click the promo card. It automatically shows a $20 rate. For whenever you go to the order screen, it will show $20. If it's a winner rate, if it's peak 18 holes for $35, you can just click that. Tom Anders is a member, so his rate will go straight to 15. And then you add it into the system. It's a real simple system. It'll take a couple times to get it and understand it, but it's not hard to go through. Once you get, Tom comes into the shop and he says, I want to pay for all my guests, okay? So now we've got the modifications where we can press pay or multi-pay. If you pay, that one player is paying for himself. So say Tom wants to pay for himself only, okay? It comes up to this screen where it shows everything that's available. If something is misput, you can press the little X here and it deletes that item. You can add things. Quick add side, we have our member carts for 9 and 18 holes. Our Titleist golf balls, so you don't have to be looking around for which one is where. It just says the NXT Tour, the ADX golf balls, which we do now have in the shop. The Pro V1 sleeves. Our snacks and drinks like bottled waters, bottled soaps, sodas, chips and coffee, all the way down to the range balls and cigars. It's a quick and easy add-ons to the side. All you have to do is click, it adds it right onto it. Now, I will go back to the tee sheet, which you can click on any of these tabs up here and it'll take you, this one will take you straight to the tee sheet. Now from the tee sheet, what if Tom wanted to pay for all 3 of the guys, okay? So we're going to go up to his payment. We're going to press multi-pay. When you press multi-pay, he can pay for himself and he can pay for his 2 guests. It gives you a subtotal, $65.53. That's without tax. You press pay, it takes you back to the order screen. And then simply, if he has anything else, you can add it on. From there, you can go to the payments. So it'll say add payment. And this is where you take any type of payment. Credit card, cash, check. We are trying to work on the gift cards, but we will get those running, gift cards and points. So since Tom is a member, he is keeping his credit card on file. Whenever we run into members or league members, we do want to ask them if they want to keep their card on file. It makes it easier for them to come in, say, hey, I'm heading out. You can charge my card. We charge their card. They don't need a receipt. They don't need nothing. They just go out. So right now, Tom is completely set up. He has his MasterCard on file, and he has his loyalty points. So right now, we're going to be clearing out everybody's loyalty points so they can restart the whole season. Right now, though, Tom has 6,802 points. If we would want to, we could use his loyalty points to pay for his round. But he'd have to pay for himself only at that point. So loyalty points, 4,000 equals 1 free round. Which at that point you would go to payments on file, loyalty points. You click on that, it will automatically use his loyalty points for the rounds. Once you get to this screen, you'll see that this is what the receipt is going to look like. And it will tell you a grand total. And if you want to place order without receipt, place order and email receipt, place order and print receipt. So we are able to do all three of those, but if the guys don't need a receipt, let's not waste paper and just place order without the receipt. If these guys prefer to have a receipt, print the receipt. If you get the email on file, you could also email the receipt. But ask the guys. Ask the guys if, hey, do you need a receipt with this? They'll be happy to say no. Yes, I do need a receipt. Then you can easily make that choice. You do not have to print a receipt every single time. So we're not going to go through that because we don't want to charge him off his card. In case Tom says, hey, I forgot my card out in the car, and he doesn't have his card on file anymore, or he has to go do something, we can save this for later. There's a button right here. It says save for later. If you click on that, then you can go to the next guy, new order. And, oh, this guy's getting some Titleist golf balls and everything, and he pays, and he's all finished. Then we can go back to Tom's. He'll open up his ticket again, and we can get through his. It's actually a simple way of making sure that the line keeps moving instead of us being backed up because some guy has to go to the bathroom while we're checking him out. But it's a real simple way to do things, and if he never comes back from his car, you just press delete and it's done. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, guys, so I'm going to be teaching you a little bit more about the actual ordering of items. So say somebody comes in and they want a pack of teas or want to get something else in the shop. What you're going to have to do is you come to the new, so you go to the orders tab first. It'll pop up a new order, and this is where you add items and you look for your items. So let's say teas, for example. Now this, you're going to see teas martini, teas zero friction. So say the guy wants martini teas. So you add it to the order and say he wants snacks. So remember, we got our quick add side with our member cards, Titleist golf balls, and everything. So you go chips, say. So you'll see that he has a grand total of $8.03. You add payment and you do the normal steps to ending the process. So pretty much all you have to do is figure out where everything else is in this sheet. Whether it be hats, whether it be towels, you just have to type it in and try to find what type where the item is. Now in the same section, you also have your gift card. So first I'm going to delete these chips and teas. You can do that by just clicking on the X besides the items. So we'll go to the gift certificates and cards. So somebody calls up and they say, hey, I want a gift card for $50. And you try to get their name because if we have to look up the gift card, we have to look up the gift card. So we'll just say to Adam Klingensmith. Okay. There's no need for a message. It's not like they can see the message through a gift card. And we will go and type in at the amount $50. What you do from there is you add to order, and then you proceed. Oh, there is also a from field that you have to fill out. You can just type in that person's name also. and you add that to the order. And then you do the same thing as any other item, and you just pay with credit card, cash, check, etc. Now, the final thing I want to show you guys after we did this gift card is the final end of day transactions, okay? So I'm looking at this. We go to the cash register, in the orders tab, we've got new orders, manage orders, blah, blah, blah. We want to go to cash register. What this will tell you is what your end of the day is. So we'll close out, you press run. From that point, it will tell you currency total. So your starting cash in the till every day is $195. So from this point, it'll say paid in, paid out, cash from orders, cash expected. So the cash expected is how much you should have in your till at the end of the day. Cash from orders is how much in cash you should have over $195. So you count up your till, you check to see if you're on or off, and then you go to end of day cash. So if you're on, it should be the exact same thing as the cash expected, $254. Your next day starting cash should be $195. That should also equal cash from orders, your deposit into the safe. Now, say you're $5 over, you put $259. Now all of a sudden, your $64 deposit from $59 cash from orders, you got to figure out why you're $5 over, or maybe you're backwards and you got $250. Then you got to figure out why you're $4 under. So from there, you press OK and you fill it out. I don't want to do this because I'm not at the end of my day yet. But you have to make sure that this also correlates with the computer next to you. If you've got two guys working at the same time, at the end of the day, make sure everything's totaled up. This will only count for this computer, so it doesn't know what type of things you're doing over there. So just make sure you have all your cash in hand. If you're $70 over, it might be because of that computer over there. But overall, I think everything you need to know is right here in front of you. You just have to go over it some more, pay attention, figure things out. It should also be easier for the starter. He's going to have a tablet that is going to tell him who has paid or not. These little green check marks will say ready to start on the T sheet. That will tell the starter, hey, he's ready to start this. He's going to be good to go. And we won't have to worry about the starter coming and going every 2 minutes. But overall, I think it's a common sense system if you use it enough. Please don't be afraid to ask Tom or Elaine or anybody who actually starts to understand the system. Frank knows it pretty well. He still has questions about it, but he'd be more than happy to help you. But Tom definitely knows the system well. If you need any other questions, please feel free to look at this video again. And if there's anything else, hopefully you'll have a nice year and enjoy your time. Thanks a lot.